Coming up on Thomas Talk.
Look how simple it is. Now, this one's beat up, but look how simple this is.
Yeah, it's beat up and it's still here. That beat up, that's not going to be here because a parent will throw that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Warning! Parental discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Harold Talks. This toy sucks. I suck too.
Wow, these two.
Actually, I'm not gay. But, anyway,
Besides
today, we are doing the top 5 and the least 5 of Gordon. This is, I think the purpose, we didn't really talk about the purpose of making this video, but I think the purpose of doing Gordon is a throwback to our first ever video.
Yeah, so every time we ever do any of these, it always has to be Gordon. By law now.
Every time we launch a new series, it has to have Gordon somewhat.
Somewhat at the start, yeah. So let's get started.
Showing off the 5th best Gordon of all time. Ertl. Paper face.
Yeah, specifically the paper face. And between the paper face and the normal one, there's not many changes, like, besides the face. And I don't know, I feel like the classic Railway Series face
Exactly.
just looks better, honestly. Dude,
It fits the Ertl vibe more.
Yeah, because these are definitely more based on Railway Series.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with, like... Okay, we won't get into all those prototype stuff that leaked, but... So one of the main things that really pushes this Gordon for me is how accurate it is to Gordon. Considering it is incredibly long, it's got an attached tender, and that doesn't ruin the model. I feel like that should just automatically be a prop. Because, like, you could look at minis and stuff, attached tenders don't work, ever.
No.
But, like, it works here.
It works because it's Ertl, though.
Yeah, Ertl just knew what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I would prefer to not attach tender, but since we're going to have attached tenders, it didn't ruin it.
And all the details.
I like the open cab, too.
Oh, yeah, the open cab is actually a really nice thing. And you can see, they have, like, a little firebox in there, though. It is painted blue.
It's just unfortunate.
Yeah. Again, a lot of things are painted blue, but they're still all there. When you, like, rub your hand against the top of the model, you feel so many, like, little details of the boiler pipes, the domes, and everything's, like, proportional-wise. It actually is, like, the correct proportions.
Would have liked painted buffers, but again, we're talking early 90s.
I think, they eventually give sticker buffers, but painted just would be better.
Yeah.
Alright, so the worst Gordon ever produced. Is it even a competition? All Engines Go Gordon is the worst Gordon ever. Specifically because of his background. This is All Engines Go. All Engines Go is the worst thing that's happened so far. I'm guarantee worse is to come. Always is.
Great.
Well, you could just see how much not Gordon this is. This looks nothing like Gordon. You can start with the weird red switch that just goes, like, into the boiler. Like, what? The cab is nothing? Like, it's nothing. I know they are actually meaningless now, but it is nothing.
But it is nothing.
They never added buffers to this line. It's dead now, so I can say that. They're never gonna paint the buffers. The face is bad. There's no detail.
It is bad.
Like, that one had not painted details, but they were there. This one actually has nothing. The greatest credit I would give to it is the tender looks okay.
Okay.
It's not squished like most Mattel products. All Mattel's things squish the tender. This one isn't. Still looks bad, but...
Yeah. All Engines Go. Gross.
It's just...
Basically, that's
why
it's not... It's just that it's All Engines Go. That's why it's the worst. It's not Trackmaster. It's not...
Yeah, it's motorized.
Yeah.
Uncreative aims. Yeah.
Don't watch the Toby take. Tomy Gordon.
This is the original Tomy Gordon. I believe this is a 92 release. This one, honestly, one of the greatest things I got in my collection because I got it for cheap. But you can just see the vast I was about to say improvements, but that's just a downgrade. This came first. You can see how the switch isn't huge and white in the way, and instead it's like small, doesn't take up much. It actually works itself into the cab. And you can see how he has a nice small whistle here instead of whatever the heck that's supposed to
That
be.
right there, that is a block.
He does kind of got a Minecraft build. You can see all the details just like Ertl has, and it has the side rods too. Look so impressive. Like, look at that side rod action. You even have right up here, it goes through there. It does not have the right wheels, but at the same time, you can excuse it because it's a good toy. You're not.
You're not.
This thing was probably cheaper than that, which is like how?
Probably as in 100%, it was cheaper than that.
And you get a rolling stock and 2 pieces of track.
Insane, guys. Insane.
This one's great. It's like all of these honestly could be number 1. It's really hard picking the top 5 Gordons. There's so many great ones. But one thing it's not hard to pick is the worst. Thomas Wood, everyone's favorite. There's so much to unpack with this.
And the fact that it's not as bad as the engines go is probably like the craziest part.
The other crazy part is how much I'm used to it now. Like, imagine seeing this in 2017 before all of Mattel's cost cutting happened, besides Take and Play, L to them. They got in like 2012. But I'm used to this now, and it doesn't even like you gotta watch a review
Talk about Minecraft build.
Like, the tender is a block. It probably would have. They come out of the factory, no time to cut it, paint that little black square to show it's not
And
there.
not even all the way.
And the lines to prove this isn't supposed to be there. Yeah, it's so bad. I would put the unpainted one here, but we don't have that one, so. All wood in general, unpainted and painted.
Unpainted is so bad.
It's so horrible. And this one, honestly, I would say it's just as bad. There's no justification for wood. It's horrible line.
Look how thick that.
Look how, why is he 3 wheels? It's just Thomas. They can copy and paste every single engine. That's why Percy was the only good one in the line. Because all of them looked like Percy because they're all the size of nothing. You're right, Percy's face was too bad. That wood, horrible.
But you know what's not horrible? Wood and railway.
Yeah.
It's so good. All right. My favorite part about wooden railway
Just did that.
is that. That is sick.
Real magnets.
Magnets, but also, look how simple it is. Now, this one's beat up, but look how simple this is.
Yeah, it's beat up and it's still here. That beat up, that's not going to be here because a parent will throw that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
A parent's throwing that out first wood chip it gets. It's too ugly.
So ugly. Anyway, look at the simplicity of this. It's perfect. Not because it has detail. It doesn't have detail, but it's not supposed to. This is the problem I have with 2022 Wooden Railway, is it just took the charm out of Wooden Railway. Wooden Railway is supposed to be simple, imagination, go.
And that's also why we didn't bring 2022 Wooden Railway into this video.
Yes. We make toys, not models.
I think 2022 Wooden Railway is the perfect bridge between the worst and the best. Like, in the center, dividing the two.
I think it's, personally, I think my view of 2022 Wooden Railway has grown over the years. I still think, though, it is too detailed to be Wooden Railway.
I do.
The whole idea of Wooden Railway is to be wooden, just like simple.
You can see how much detail they're trying to put on here, but it's all like
Dude,
nothing.
and look what looks so much better, blue. It's like Ertl.
Blue.
Why does Ertl look good? Because they didn't try to overcome their issues with over detail.
And here's one of Mattel's first signs we should have known we were screwed. The second a corporation bought Thomas the Tank Engine. The 2014 Take and Play designs. The first time we lost those wheel details. We lost all of the detail to these 3 rules. We got these cheap magnets that aren't like the wooden railways. They're dummy ones. They only work one way. They aren't the smart magnets. And also, the magnets are so bad, all of them fade now. They all fade away and become this
Look
gross,
how shiny this is.
Wooden railway ones always stay shiny. Even wood ones. These ones are so cheap, they all go away. They're all going to be gone. In like 20 years, there won't be a signal magnet that works. Just because. Like, they even go away in the packaging. They're just that bad. And overall, they have these awful pin axle wheels that you can... They're super cheap, plasticky. The metal bits aren't even that good. And like, what is happening with the tender wheels right there? Why are they like so microscopic? And also, the magnets look so bad. They work on wooden railway because they're bigger. They look so ugly on these. The face isn't that good. The whole thing's squished. It's just a horrible model overall.
Agreed. But you know, it isn't. For the second time in a row. Actually, wait, all of these have been so much better than this. But
Everywhere.
Justin, I'll let you take this one from here. This is your
This
baby.
is the Take and Play Gordon. Take and Play is personally my favorite range because it's the one my parents bought the most of. So Take and Play has some of the best details ever, and just everything great about Take and Play that's not in this. For starters, you don't have the cheap plastic wheels. You have the correct wheelbase. Not even 2022 when I was doing that. You have all these amazing details that are painted, but it's also subtle enough and not thrown in your face. The face is on point to Gordon. You have painted buffers.
Say that again.
Painted buffers.
One more time.
Painted buffers. Even on the tender, guys. The tender also looks absolutely extraordinary. You even have this part where the cab would go. Plus, if this is a talking one, and his voice is great, but if you have a normal one, it has the open cab design, just like Ertl, and you actually can do things. Like, they have windows, and Kevin and Cranky were able to pick up the engines, which always made a great time. They're also incredibly durable, unlike these ones. And they have smart magnets that work both ways, and they do not get faded or rust over time. They always work amazingly. Including water. These guys work great in water too, and they don't rust.
Incredible.
Except maybe the axles, maybe a little bit. They're better than these ones. They don't crack.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
And here we have Trackmaster, my favorite Trackmaster 2. I'm just kidding. This is
one to say.
okay.
Trackmaster 2.
Let's start with the tender.
This is like the only not squished tender, but it also is squished.
It's not squished. Looks odd for some reason.
It's still squished.
Couldn't
though,
tell you
compared
why.
to that.
Oh, I can tell you why. Maybe because it's squished.
I said least squished. I never said not.
I don't know. This tender's just weird.
It doesn't have the red.
Doesn't have red. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's definitely what it.
Oh my, dude! There's nothing. Like, I know how we say wooden railways got the simplistic look, but it has more. It looks so much better than that.
It's not trying. That's why. It's not supposed to.
It is trying. You can see how they're trying.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And the buffers.
Wooden
Why are the
railway.
buffers? It's so blue.
That is gross.
It's actually gross.
Okay, that's expected.
Sure.
All right. This one, first of all, my least favorite part. It is not free roll.
Yeah, that was
horrible. Not once in my life did I actually use batteries in my Trackmaster.
not once in my life when I was at daycare and I was just moving Trackmaster 2 on the floor, and then you just hear a, "Hey, stop breaking the toys!"
Oh
and I'm
my
just
god!
sitting there like, no, that's how they work, unfortunately.
Yeah. So it's gross. Face. Look at that.
It's
I
the
don't-
same as this Take and Play one. It's so ugly.
It's so bad.
It's not even the CGI face. I don't know where they got that face from, but it's not good.
It's so bad. I will say, the Switch isn't bad.
Yeah, it's in a good place. Honestly.
It's in a good place. Well done. No whistle, but Who needs a whistle? Also,
It actually doesn't have a whistle.
oh, so what's going on with the chimney? What is that called? Steam pipe? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a chimney.
Oh, I was right. I was overthinking it. Those
Mhm.
Brits. Yeah.
Brits in their
I mean, the wheels obviously look stupid.
because they can go on every.
It's
engine.
Trackmaster 2, though. This is no surprise to anyone.
This is the revolution track.
Yeah, the revolution, as in revolving door of bad products.
All right, and I think now, because obviously we got to save the best for last, so we're going to move straight into our pick for the number one worst item.
Number one as in the best worst item.
Yeah. The best worst item is 2022. Because it's also the least best item. All right. So we picked this one more or less for the Gordon. If we were going off tenders, Trackmaster 2 wins. Don't even need to talk about the tender. You looked at it. Okay. So the main thing that I will give credit for to this thing is the fact it is actually made of metal. The cab is way more squished, but it actually has the details of a cab. The face, I don't know. It is the same face. I feel like it just works better on this fat, ugly model to fit on the Trackmaster track.
Fat bitch.
Honestly, I think this one inspired Emily and AG. You got a point there. No painted details at all. The whistle, I don't even know why they added it. That's like a speck. That's smaller than a thing of dust right there.
That is small. No, man.
Yeah, Grant, maybe not that one. But the wheels are way too spaced out. Why, at this point, if you're spacing the wheels so much, put the smaller wheels in there and just give him the right wheelbase. You can't swap the chassis. There's no screws. What was the point? It's just bad. It's better than those, but not good at all. Don't buy any of these ones over here. Buy 7 of all the ones over there.
This last one is a doozy. And I'm not just saying that because it's bigger than that speck that was the whistle on the last one. And, well, I can't say that out loud, but this one looks more like me, if you know what I mean. Bachmann Gordon.
Easily the best Gordon we have ever gotten.
And it really, nothing even comes close to it simply because it is Bachmann Gordon.
It actually has...
It is a model. I mean, it's like 500 times the price of all the others, but like...
No, All Oceans Go's pretty pricey. Mattel's got to make them bucks. The amount of detail on this thing is absolutely amazing. At the same time, it's like Ertl, where there's nothing at the exact same time, and it just works. Look how, like, small these are, but they work. Look how the whistle's there. Sorry, I just gotta appreciate there's actually a whistle like this.
And it's big. It's long.
The cab windows are actually square. Same with he's got the square buffers. He has the right wheel configuration, and that side rod is just absolutely amazing when you see it in action.
That side, yeah, it is amazing when you see it in action, isn't it?
And the
tender too. Let's give the tender some love.
The tender has so much.
Look at these wheels.
So much detail just in the tender alone.
You know, every time I look at it, I'm like, huh. It's crazy. It looks so good. It's like the show used models.
You could put a person here and actually have them in the cab because the cab is also open enough. And the cab also has, right there you can see, never mind. But there is like a decent amount of detail in the cab and a little bit of dust too, just add to this model.
Add to the
model. Overall, I feel like, honestly, it's a little unfair, but easily Bachmann Gordon is the best Gordon
to exist.
Banana
Gordon.
Banana Gordon, honorable mention. He would definitely...
But, yes.
He would definitely be taking Bachmann for a run for its money, but...
Yeah. But anyway, if you guys like this video and you want to see more like it then...
Like, comment, and subscribe.